Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to the channel. This is going to be the first video in a series of a newbie's guide for Lightburn. I'm working in Lightburn version 1.7.07, which is the latest one out at this current time. So in the future, some things may change. And if you're working with an older version, some things are probably different from that as well. But anyway, let's start by connecting a laser to your computer and getting it up and running. I'm going to show you how to do this both in a Mac and on a Windows PC. I'm going to work on a Mac first. So let's get over to Lightburn, into the screen, and show what's going on here. So here we have Lightburn open, and this device is not connected. If you look at my devices, I'm going to be installing an Afuro Diode Laser made by Ortour. It's a small little portable one. But let's first, I'm going to go up to the Window menu or Apple menu, About This Mac, More Info, and then scroll all the way down here to System Report and look at USB. Now if you look into USB here, I do not have laser showing up on any of my USB ports. So I'm going to turn power on to the laser, and we'll see what changes here. It's already connected via cable. I just need to turn it on. Okay. So now I need to go up to refresh information. And if I scroll back down, now you see one here that says Laser Master. And if we look at the serial number, this is how we'll find it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can see that the computer is seeing the laser. Let's close that out, get rid of this. And let's go down. I'm going to take my picture out of the way. So we're going to go to Devices. And we could try Find My Laser. It might work. It might lock the machine up. I've done this previously with this device on here, and it doesn't find it. I have to go to Create Manually. So I'm just going to do that right now. Create Manually. GRBL, not LPC or M3, just plain GRBL, and that may be different with your device. You need to listen to your manufacturer's instructions. Serial USB, and we're going to call this the Afuro, and we'll put in the size of the bed, which is 180 by 180. And a lot of times your manufacturer will provide you with a LBDEV file that you can actually drop into Lightburn, and it'll set all this up for you automatically. But you still have to be sure that you have a good connection to the device, because if the device is not connected, if the computer doesn't see it in your USB devices, it doesn't matter what you do in Lightburn, it's never going to connect. Anyway, I put the dimensions in. Now I'm moving to where's my device home. The origin is the front left on this particular one, and most diode lasers are front left. And I'm also going to turn off auto home on startup for now. You can re-enable that later, but I like to turn it off to begin with. That way, if something's not configured correctly, it won't crash into the rails and grind and all that type of thing. So let's go next and click Finish. And you'll see it showing up in the device list. So click OK. And then once that's done, I can select it down here from the devices list. And you see it's USB modem 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the one we're looking for. We don't want to make sure it's connected to that one and not something else. And it says ready, but if we go to the console window, it says waiting for connection. That means it's not connected. So what we'd have to do is come back down to laser window and just right click on the devices button. And that'll do a quick update, and boom, there it is. Got your OK and all the information about the firmware, all that information is there. And now if we go to the move window, I can click it. And you notice that the numbers change. I got it set to move 50. It's moving out, back down, and over. So it is responsive. And we should be able to just do a quick, let me grab a rectangle, place a small rectangle, go to my cuts and layers, 2%. Put on 2% power and just hit start. And it moved it very quickly. Ran around the rectangle and burned. So the laser is connected, it is functional. Now I'm going to show you the same process on a PC. Alright, now we're going to go through the same install process on a Windows computer. So let's jump over there. Okay. We're going to go to our devices. It's not in there. So I have it physically connected to the computer, but it's not turned on. So let's go down here in the search bar. Look for Device Manager. We want to open Device Manager. And we look under ports, we don't see it anywhere. I'm going to turn it on. And we saw ports come up. We open up and we see it's on USB 7. So let's go here. Devices. Let's try Find My Laser on the PC and see if it works for that one. It didn't work for me on the Mac. It is showing up. Good. So we can just click Add Device. And it already knows, because it found it, it knows the information. Front and left, we're going to turn off Auto Home again, same as before. And finish. And click OK. So now we're going to pick the Tour. And go to Console. And on here, it found it right away. Let's go to the Move menu, get position. Oh, we got an error on this one. I didn't home, maybe because I didn't home it. Let's try it again. Yes, because I didn't home it, that's why it. If I click home again, it'll go back to 0, 0. Okay. So same thing here. Let's do a quick little square. Make that 2. And hit start. And it quickly did that. But I showed you on both a Mac and a PC how you can tell if the operating system is actually seeing the laser connected to a COM port. So in Mac, you got to go into Apple menu, blah blah blah, system information, look up USB, and with it turned on, make sure refresh and make sure that it's actually showing up in that menu. And on a PC, you go into Device Manager and make sure that it's showing up in Device Manager. It's showing up as one of the COM ports. So now, just for kicks, we'll go back to Device Manager. Okay, so in the PC, you have to bring up Device Manager, and you'll see the ports, USB serial device. You'll see a new device show up when you turn it on. If you don't see a new device show up, then you know you have a driver issue or something like that. In fact, I'm going to turn on my other diode laser that's connected to the same PC, and you'll see another COM port show up. So now we have the other device showing up as well. So you just have to look for which COM port comes and goes as you turn it on and off. So if we go back to, just switch to my TUSI. That's not the one I'm connected to. I want to connect to COM6. And see, now it's connected to my TUSI, which is a DLC32 controller. Anyway, that's what I have for you in this video. So, this is the first in the series of my Newbies Guide for Lightburn. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notified when I make a new video. In the next video, I think I'm going to tackle the settings menu and all the different options that are involved in that. So stay tuned, give the video a like, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.